and MacArthur meet some time for Cowboy Boys.
Welcome to Cowboy Boys Podcast, episode 190.
Whoa! Almost 200. That's crazy.
That's when we stop doing this.
You've got 10 episodes left.
That's when the podcast ends.
Oh.
For real. Today's April 2nd, so we're not joking.
Oh.
No bits.
We've never done a bit on here ever. Everything we've ever said is completely what we believe.
This is the 100%.
This is the Truth Social.
Okay, do it.
But
yeah.
hold on. No, I got it.
I believe you.
Truth Truth Antisocial. Boom.
What?
That's us. Because there's only two of us and we're hanging out, but it's the truth.
I'm on a new social media. It's called Clapper.
Whoa.
It's TikTok, but for slutty trailer trash women.
No way.
That's how I discovered it. I was on TikTok and this if I'm being nice, this gross monster of a woman she pulls a cigarette out of her mouth and she's like, there's a social media app called Clapper and they let you post whatever you want, if you know what I mean. They don't, but I did know what she means.
But she's posting whatever she wants anyway.
No.
Oh.
I can't remember her username. It was something like Liz Lingerie.
Oh.
And TikTok was right. They were right to censor her on that platform. She has some hangers. She has some swang hanging danglers. And yeah, I would maybe on a lonely night.
She could catch you slipping.
I wouldn't be slipping. I'd be willful. A couple beers deep. A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Do you get loose with your morals when you have beers in you?
I get loose with my morals. That's the thing. You know how people are like, oh, I was manic that day. Oh, I was like depressed. I think your morals do change if you are, because listen, everything's just chemicals in your brain, and you're never at true osmosis and balance with everything.
Sure.
So some days I'm a better person, and some days I'm more evil.
Yeah.
Because do you ever go through the motions? You might not.
All the time. I'm just going through them, buddy.
You might not recently, but I go through one of my man cycles I go through at least once a month. It's a once a month man cycle. Is I'll wake up one day and I'll be like, why the fuck do I follow all these slut whores? These beautiful, these just pristine but they're ugly to me in that moment.
Yeah.
These-
Maybe you had like two nocturnal emissions the night before. You didn't realize it.
I don't think
and
so.
Your balls are all empty, and you wake up and you're just like, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?"
No, it's just I think you go through. It's your man period. There's sometimes when you're like, I have to follow this beautiful woman just in case we start talking.
Yeah. I'll follow her. I know she has 230,000 followers, but what if she notices?
What if I say something funny? What if she sees me follow her and sees the verified check mark I paid for, and then follows me back, and then sees how funny I am online, and then is like, haha, I like funny guys. I'm tired of selling my holes online. I want to live a normal. It could happen. In this day and age,
she's like, I want to live in your room. Will you support me on
Absolutely.
your $12,000 a year salary?
I do see that. I do think that is the appeal of the trad lifestyle. I see a lot of women being like, I don't want to work an office job. I don't want to be an independent woman. I want to sew cute dresses and stay home and raise children.
Yeah.
Ha ha. You fell for the feminism meme. Now you have to work jobs like us men. Sucks.
I know, dude. That's my thing.
Now no one gets kids.
I would like to be home also.
Well, that's what dudes are doing now.
I know, it rocks. We figured it
We're
out.
flipping and everything's all topsy-turvy.
I love that everyone's like, oh, men are trying to, like, a lot of men are into feminism. Like, we're all equal now. No, we tricked you.
Yeah.
You know what happens next? You guys go to all the wars.
Yeah.
World War III, we've said it before, ladies only, dude. Fuck that. Hey, good luck out there. I'll miss you. I'll write you. I promise I won't fuck people while you're gone.
Who are you going to fuck? All the women are going to be at war.
Dude, it doesn't matter. We'll fuck each other, just like the women did in World War II.
Is that real?
I mean, a lot of women were fucking each other.
I don't believe. I don't
There
think.
was a thing called a Boston marriage in like the late 1700s where it was like a widely known thing. Like, yeah, those women didn't get married, so they just scissor.
I think lesbianism wasn't invented till the 70s.
Oh.
When everyone started doing acid. They're
Oh,
like,
you think LSD unlocked lesbianism?
I'm like, what if...
Being gay makes sense.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
The Greeks figured it out. They were just like, dude, we're all ripped. We gotta come.
That's a Louis C.K. bit.
What?
Being gay makes sense because a penis goes into a hole, but two women doesn't make sense because it's two holes. There's no. He does it way better, but I'm just saying.
I don't think I agree with the premise.
I do.
But
I agree with everything Louis C.K. has done and said.
I just think men like each other.
Carte blanche.
Oh, dude, this podcast is starting off great. Let's isolate and alienate 60% of our listeners. Make all the ladies
You think
hate us.
60% of the women are women?
No, it's probably mostly men, but there's still a lot of ladies.
I was gonna say, if a woman has listened to 189 episodes, if this is your first episode and you're a woman and you've made it past the 7-minute mark, 6-minute mark, congratulations. You understand humor and are fit for the workforce.
Dude, we can't wait to get you out there into the fucking coal mines, baby. I will say a lot of our listeners are guys who send me videos of like, they're just like, would you like, I don't know, like a shooting video with Linkin Park over it. Like they're weird. They're weird. As
Really?
fuck. Yeah, dude, we've got a lot of real weirdos.
I think we have different fan bases within the fan base.
Maybe. When I did Stav's podcast, just hundreds of messages from dudes I already know.
Don't name drop other people's podcasts on our podcast.
I was just saying.
You don't have to impress me.
I'm not impressing anybody. It's just the
Just
thing that happened.
casually. I was on a different one. He didn't pay until he comes on this one.
True.
I'm gonna bleep that. I'm gonna bleep
Bleep
that.
it, bleep it. Yeah, that's really funny. I was surprised at the amount of crossover, though. We just have weird guy fans, dude. They rock. I love all our fans. We have weird girl fans too.
I only have beautiful angels DMing me all the time.
Do you want to hear
saying nice things?
You want to hear about a crazy DM I got?
No, but do tell.
So, there's a woman who DM'd me, and we've DM'd back and forth friendly. Not like, it's not sex stuff. I think she sent me like, she replied very sincerely to something I posted once, and I was like, thanked her for being nice to me, and then we like talked back and forth. She has a boyfriend, whatever. She works for Zappos. Do you know what Zappos is?
Yeah, the shoe company.
Yeah,
the .com.
The shoecompany.com. When the pandemic happened.
One of the only companies to like survive the original .com.
Yeah. So when the pandemic happened, apparently their thing was, hey, don't just call us about shoe support. Call us for literally anything. We don't give a fuck.
What?
Yes. It's a real thing they did.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. But it worked.
Was their CEO like a insane person?
I guess. I'm not kidding. You can look it up. I checked. They were like, hey, call us for anything. Do you remember? Did you do this thing? There was a payphone at my middle school when I was a kid. And during lunch, all the bad kids would hang out near the payphone. And by bad kids, I mean the 8 of us, because we all knew each other, because there was 27 of us. But we would all hang out by the payphone, and we would just call like the Taco Bell like customer service line and ask them questions and talk to them. And just like have conversations with all the kids, like, "What's up? How's your day? Hey, I'm thinking about this girl. You give me advice?" And like, dudes would love it. Yeah, dude, they would love that shit. They would be all about it.
You just reminded me of something that happened because we had one payphone at my junior high.
Yeah.
So this would have been in
when I say
2004. This is real quick.
Yeah.
And I remember someone I knew went over to the payphone and they called in a bomb threat to the school from the school payphone, so they didn't have to go to like 6th period or something. And I remember that it didn't work. some teacher came storming over and was like, "Did you see who fucking did that?" Like,
yeah.
And then, like, that's just how you handled bomb threats back then. They're like, I know September 11th just happened a couple of years ago, but no kids. I heard the kid say it was his little kid voice.
Hey, hello, there's a bomb. It's the fuse is lit.
Yeah, I think sorry.
I don't know. Is this a kid like cracking his voice? Just like, I'll do it. I'll kill everybody. And the teacher's just like, you fucking wait right there. I'm going to come kill you.
I think, school didn't shut down. Nothing happened. And they did catch him and he just went to like detention for a week or something. Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Yeah. It's light work, dude. It's a little bomb.
So you
threat.
would prank call Taco Bell.
So we would call Taco Bell.
You were doing therapy
and literally, yes. And like they would, I will say, like if you got a guy on the line, he would he would chop it up with you and goof off. It was really fun. I think the difference between guys and girls who work at call centers is any guy I ever called at a call center to fuck with him would be like, yeah, whatever, and like talk to you and be like, yo, homie, that girl sounds like she sucks. You could do better. Like he would talk to you. If you got a woman, she'd be like, you're wasting my time. It's like, you really want to go back to work helping people who have problems with Taco Bell? You're insane. Anyway.
That's why they're forcing women into the workforce.
Because they're better workers.
Because they are better workers, and you only have to pay them 70% as much.
It's so true.
So that's why let me put on the capitalism is bad hat. It's a conspiracy. They want you in the workforce to pay you less, and they know that you won't like shake the boat. Men are bad at working.
It's
we like to show up drunk to work.
Yeah, have you ever worked in fast food?
No, I went straight. My first real job was a grocery store.
Oh yeah, but when you worked at the grocery store, how much more serious did women take the job than you?
Grocery store is weird because I think the women there were all the front cashier ladies.
Oh,
and they're
true. There's still a hierarchy of like a gendered hierarchy.
Yeah. And they were all like, I'm here for life. Like,
oh, fuck.
And all the dudes who were working in the back, produce, dairy, and unloading boxes.
Do you know what a perfect analogy?
Analogy?
And is that, did I say it wrong?
You said it like a weird, I don't know what accent that is. Like you're trying to impress me at a dinner party.
I don't know, man.
Yes, it's pronounced.
Can I be honest? As soon as it left my mouth, I was like, it doesn't sound right. I know how to say that word, but it's fucking analogy.
You know when you're having butt sex with a woman and you have anal, and you're like, what? Why'd you say it that way?
Say the word.
Anal?
No.
Analogy?
Analogy. There it is. Dude.
I just slipped up.
Yeah, dude. I hit it instead of a. I don't know.
There's nothing better than catching your friend say a word wrong.
Dog, I woke up at 2:30.
You never
PM
catch me saying words wrong.
I don't. It's mostly because I don't listen to a lot of what you say, but also I'm dumb. Analogy. There we go. A perfect analogy for, I would say, not older women. Now that I'm in my 30s, a lot of when I've worked, no, because comedians, they take it so serious. Anyway, it doesn't matter. A perfect analogy for this is the difference between men and women's handwriting. When you look at when you're like in middle school, girls' handwriting, they've like practiced it. It looks very in a specific way, and they're very anal about it, and they're very serious about their handwriting and how organized it is. Men, this is only I can read my handwriting.
Yeah.
It's fucked, and so. That's what it's like to work fast food with a girl.
Do you remember being a kid and seeing a guy with good handwriting? You're like, what the fuck is this guy up to?
Yeah. No, that's fucked up. If you know a man with really good handwriting, that's fucking weird.
He's sussy.
Yeah, dude. Something's going on here, dude.
The trick is, as a kid, because I had the worst handwriting. People couldn't read my handwriting. It was awful. Like teachers like, you need to write better. It was so bad. And then my friend's like, hey, just write in all caps. And my buddy Kevin was like, it's called dad hand. And you'll notice it because a lot of like dads will write in all capital letters. And it's super legible. And I started doing it at like 16, and I was like, oh, this is how I write now.
That makes perfect sense. Wow.
If you look at my handwriting, I get like lots of compliments.
It's like Greek.
I've had women Only women because they only care.
Yeah, no,
no man ever cares.
No,
Man's
man would look and be like, "Oh, good job, bro."
A man's like, "Oh, I read the information and now I disregard it." Like,
yeah.
A woman's like, "Ooh, look how nice it looks." But I've had a lot of women compliment my handwriting, and they're like, "It's so nice." And I'm like, "What the? It's." I guess I'm just. If you watched me write it, you'd be like, that man needs to be institutionalized in a zoo. He needs to be behind glass and studied in a padded room. I'm like gripping the pencil and like beads of sweat. I'm like, A, K, N, A. I'm like counting on my fingers what I'm trying to spell. It's so bad. I just trying to like copy someone's name to like fill out a letter or something.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm too stupid to write with. I'm so glad keyboards came around.
I was journaling for a while.
Yeah, good luck,
dude. I was like writing out like my thoughts and feelings, and then it started to devolve slowly into. And now when I do it, it's just
today
like,
I was sad.
No. Now it just says bad day. Ate all 3 meals. Surf was good. Like it's just like super. Like it's just like information only. It's really funny. Sad about X. Like or happy with Y. Anyway. So, working with women in fast food, they always like took it really serious. I remember when I was young, they would be like, "We have to close a specific. This is how you do it. Hey, you have to do it in the right order." Like they would always, they're sticklers. They were good workers. And if it was all the boys, we would be like, firstly, we're stealing from the register. Secondly, if someone makes us mad, we're shitting in their food. Like, also, we're cutting every corner humanly possible. We're working the system. We're taking turns leaving so that we can go do other stuff while we're getting paid.
Capitalism wants girl bosses.
No, it does. That's the thing is, every girl is like, if we could get girls in charge, yeah, you want more Margaret Thatchers and Golda Meirs in the world? You fucking want that?
Yeah.
You motherfuckers know how mean you are to each other. You will hold everyone accountable. You'll make us all follow the rules exactly to the letter, you fucking psychos.
Women are better leaders, and that's why it's bad.
No, I know that. You're better leaders, you're better workers, and it's fucked up.
Dude.
And you should. That's why we can't let you be in charge.
So how far?
One caveman let a woman in charge, and all the cavemen were like, "We have to pick exactly 30 berries a day, and I didn't meet my deer quota, so now I can't fuck my wife Umbuku lug."
How many years do you think we're gonna get girl Hitler or AI apocalypse first?
Girl Hitler for sure.
And do you think AI is going to save us from girl Hitler?
The girl Hitler is going to be a black lady.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's America, so we'll vote. The Republicans are gonna like be like, "Hey, fuck you, it's a black lady," and then because they're gonna identity politic it.
I think it's gonna be a trans black lady.
But I mean, genuinely, that's in the realm of possibility. That's what Republicans are up to these days.
And then trans black lady Hitler is going to she's just gonna divide the nation.
Dude, she's gonna get sworn in to be president of the United States holding an assault rifle.
Hell yeah.
Dude, they're gonna do it. They love it. The more we buy into the weird, like us versus another group the more they beat us.
Every single group, you have to segment it more and more and more, so everyone's fighting everyone.
Exactly.
Hey, don't fight anyone.
That's listen to Max.
Just be like, I don't care. We're all that's my friend. That's my neighbor.
Yeah,
whatever.
dude. They're gonna Candace Owens it. They're just gonna get some like
I don't know who that is.
Good for you.
I forgot.
Yeah, she's like she's just like.
But anyways,
some grifter. Doesn't matter. So yeah, forgot what we were talking about. But anyway, women are. We got to stop them. Dude.
You know, since you already named another comedian's podcast, I'll name drop Brendan Walsh's World Record podcast. He prank calls a lot of like people on his podcast.
Yeah,
he cracked the code because his wife is on there too, and they found out that if you have a woman like helping the prank call, the person on if you call as a man and you're like hello, and the other guy on the line or whoever answers like, all right, a man on the phone, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. Oh, this fucking idiot.
Who's calling me? Yeah, no one calls anymore.
If a guy calls you, you're like, ugh, gay.
Yeah.
But not in the good way, not in the cool, sexy way.
They found out that if a lady is calling and she's like, yeah, do you have I was wondering if you guys, this is the lumber mill, do you guys have exploding strawberries over there? And the guy's just like, well, a woman would never prank call. So obviously they always go along with it every single time, no matter like how insane. It's such a good cheat code. Dude. So women use that power. Like you start prank calling people more. It's also hard when you with caller ID, but
if I was a woman, I would start Lady Jackass right now. What?
On Fuse TV.
I know. That was the worst, most horrific, cringe thing I've ever seen in my life. Real Lady Jackass. I'm talking about actual girls uppercutting each other in their pussies and doing pranks. Hurting each other, having a great time, bonding.
Ooh.
I'm talking about womanhood.
It was called Rad Girls.
Oh, it was so bad.
In 2007.
If you want to see the worst thing you've ever seen in your life, go watch Rad Girls. It's Fuse TV trying to cash in on Jackass by like asking three women who've never met each other. They forgot that the thing about Jackass is they're friends.
They did the Top Gear America thing. Three people who don't know each other and don't like each other.
Yeah.
Now go make TV. You're like, all right.
That doesn't make sense. Anyway, society's so fucking ready for Lady Jackass, dude. Just make some home videos uppercutting your friend's pussy while they're sleeping. Anyway, it doesn't matter. To my original thing I was saying.
I don't think women are dumb enough to make Jackass.
No, that's the problem. They're too busy being in charge of everything.
They're too
now.
smart and evil, and all their pranks will destroy another human being from the inside out. A man's prank is like, I shaved my ball hair and put it on your face. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
A woman is like, I planted some underwear in my friend's thing, and now her husband is leaving her.
Hi, my name's Bam Margarina, and this is destroying my best friend's life by planting lingerie in her drawer. Yeah, dude.
Also, you can't have the fat lady on Lady Jackass.
Oh, true.
Because it'd be like, she's here, but there's nothing funny about it.
No, she's a queen.
It's only good things about her.
Hi, my name's Bam Margarina, and this is giving my fat friend compliments for 24 hours straight.
Although the dwarf on Lady Jackass would be too popular.
Oh, it would be weird. Yeah,
she'd probably be the star of the show, and a bunch of sickos would be watching.
Oh, dude, if I did Lady Jackass, one of my bits would be, no matter how much it cost, everyone's feet would be blurred constantly. If your feet come out, they're blurred all the time, no matter what happens.
It was fun.
Dude, that'd be so sick. Dude, imagine the bit where Johnny brings a fucking rental car back and he demolition derbied it. Imagine if a woman did that.
I don't know what this is.
Johnny Knoxville rented a car from a rental place, had it refitted so that it would survive a demolition derby. Like they put a roll cage in it, took it to a demolition derby, smashed it up, and then he drove it like limping barely
back. Did he buy the insurance, the $15 insurance?
Yeah. And then the guy was like, what happened to the car? And Johnny's like, what do you mean? Like he played it straight, and the car has been completely demolition derbied. If a woman did that, the guy's head would fucking explode, dude. That's another thing is, if people would have a hard time watching like an Aaron McGeehee where you have like a person on the show that's very bullyable, you know?
There's a pecking order.
It's also, how do you do it? Because it's so funny for straight men to act gay, but straight women being like, hi, my name's Bam Margarina, and I'm gonna rocket a dildo into my asshole, and dudes are like,
too sexy.
I'm listening.
It'd be the most popular, unfunny, sexy show ever made.
Damn, what a world, dude. Here's what
this is one of those things though where people are like, it's a double standard. I'm like, it is, and that's just how it works.
Yeah,
and it's not going to change. And our differences make us unique. With the two sides of the two far ends of the gender spectrum, as some of you would say, it's we'd have different advantages and disadvantages. That's okay.
Here's what you do. The girls are hot and popular already, right? But then they have simps. They fuck with their simps. They're like, here's us launching. We told him we would show our tits to him if we let him rocket a dildo into his ass, and he's gonna do it. What a fucking idiot!
Why don't we cut out
and then they rocket a dildo into this guy's ass, and then they don't even show him their tits. They show him another lady's tits.
Why don't we just cut out the middle women and just do that thing to that guy?
So we just rocket a dildo into a regular guy's ass. I don't know, man. If ladies, send us your ideas. We're struggling. The writer's room is tough. Oh, dude.
I'm not struggling.
I like Bam Margarina, though. She's fun.
Just a drunk woman.
Yeah. My name's Bam Margarina, and this is my aunt. What was his name? Don Vito. My aunt.
My pedophile
Donna
aunt.
Vitali. Yeah. My pedophile aunt. Just beating the shit out of her aunt. It would be funny to see a woman just beat up her parents. Just runs in and starts punching her mom while she's
I don't know.
sleeping.
Dude, I don't like the lady fights on Texas street fights.
That's so funny,
They
dude.
bum me out.
Do you imagine a woman doing like Bam and Phil where she just runs in while she's sleeping and starts beating the shit out of her mom? And her mom's like,
that upsets
Bam, Bam, what are you doing, Bam?
I don't like this. The visual is upsetting to my
dude.
soul.
I will lose it if I saw that. Damn, dude, that's so funny. Oh, her dad's just sitting there like, well, that's what she does.
I can't interfere.
I can't interfere. Margarina, you painted the kitchen blue. She's like blowing shit up. She sounds hot, honestly. You're right. And we're back to it being hot and less funny. Fuck.
It's again, to quote someone else, to quote Louis C.K., this is just all about women and comedians. There was no, he was asked why he didn't have female nudity in his first TV show on HBO.
Yeah.
He's like, because you can't laugh and have a boner at the same time.
I disagree.
And he would always have like penises out. And it's very funny when a man's penis falls out.
I agree that you shouldn't have female nudity in comedy.
Yeah.
Because why? Women's bodies are beautiful and incredible. A man's body is a fucking joke.
They're not funny.
Yeah.
They're too serious. They're art. It's like being in a museum looking at a beautiful sculpture.
Yeah. It's like if Ren and Stimpy just all of a sudden had a Van Gogh in it.
All
You're
right.
like, why is he here? Get cubism or whatever out of here. I want Ren to do something weird.
You want to laugh at a disgusting man's body.
Exactly.
The
dude.
shapes are all funny.
Yeah. Oh, why does he look like that?
Why is that? Ew.
And so, anyway, to the original thing, I got a DM. This woman,
yeah.
She works at Zappos, who did the pandemic thing where they're like, call us about anything.
That's insane.
So apparently, the Hasidic Jewish community took this to heart and calls them. There's some kind of religious workaround where they're allowed to call Zappos on Shabbos or other days and ask them to Google things because they don't have smartphones or computers. So do you remember in the 50s when there were helplines where you literally called like a librarian and you would be like, hey, what's the depth of Lake Erie? And the librarian would be like,
I don't know, let me get back to you.
Yeah, and then they would call back. And like that's how you Googled things back then.
I don't remember, but I guess that's how
it was real. No, it's a real thing. Like you used to be like, oh, it's Christmas. Can you tell me the names of all the reindeer? I'm writing a thing or whatever. So that was a real thing that existed. That was the original Google. So that is what Hasidic Jewish people are doing. Because they don't have smartphones and shit. They will literally call Zappos and be like, hey, can you Google this for me?
What is it about? What is the Hasidic rule where they're allowed to have flip phones but not smartphones?
I truly can't tell you, brother.
I see it with flip phones and I'm like, come on.
Yeah, dude, just fucking do it.
Just upgrade.
I don't understand, and it's one of the reasons I don't know. Hasidic people annoy me very much.
Oh, I don't think just you.
Yeah.
I think they know each other.
Yeah, they do.
Always arguing with each other out in the streets.
Conservative Jewish people got it. That's as Jewish as you need. You're
saying Jews who wear a baseball cap.
Yeah. It's not as Jewish as you need to be. It's as religious as you need to be. They're Mormon. They did it. They're like they're observant Islamic and Mormon people. Like it's like right on the cusp of way too much religion where it's hurting other people around you. Anyway,
it's not just hurting yourself.
Yeah. Hasidic people are like, no, we're gonna bother other people now. We're gonna set off a fucking thing. We're gonna like be mean to people who live in our neighborhoods. It doesn't matter.
So does the air horn that the air raid siren that they saw they
on Shabbos
they do twice.
Yeah, dude, they do like a 10-minute it's like hockey or whatever. They do a 10-minute
warning one, like 10-minute warning, and then they do the does that bother you?
It bothers me. It's an air raid siren. It's not like I used to live close to a Muslim call to prayer. I used to work close to one in Utah, and it's like a song. You hear it and it's kind of sick. You're like, all right.
Oh, you like the song.
I like the song. Well, if they played a song, if they played or they even played a Jewish guy being like, hey, Shabbos is on the way, watch out. But they play a literal missile siren. Like, why are you doing that? In my mind, I'm always like, an asteroid's hitting New York.
Here's my question. I guess it's because it changes, right? It's sundown.
Yeah, they have to do it differently because it's a lunar calendar and it's based on the sun.
If they had a smartphone app, they wouldn't need the air raid siren.
Dog, you're telling me. They could do a mass text.
Or how about just, hey, I don't know. I guess they need to be right down to the minute. That's whatever. I saw a TikTok about how Hasidic Jews are not allowed to rip, the really ones are not allowed to rip toilet paper on Shabbos or whatever.
That's wild.
So, and also, I think so they use like tissues, and you can't flush tissues. So they do that third world thing where they just have used tissues in a garbage can. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? That's where I'm like, God's not real.
Yeah. Nah, it's fucked up. Why would God do that? My favorite thing is I recently saw a Hasidic guy coming out of a massage place, which
like a sexy one.
They're all it's an Asian massage
not
place.
all sexy.
I mean, come on, man. It was though.
Be cool.
It was like CD for sure.
You couldn't look into it.
Yeah,
right.
I saw him come out of it, and I literally I was like, oh shit, and I don't know why.
Shayne, shut up. Let him do his thing.
I know, but
was it on the Sabbath?
No.
Then you know what? I didn't see.
I wanted to, but I had to fucking. I literally did one of these. Like a ICU, and then he just sprinted he fucking fully was like, oh shit, and just ran like I was gonna go find his rabbi and tell on him. It's like he's getting a little handy, Jay, dude. He has to take off so many layers of clothes to get that hand job. It's crazy.
Good for him. He probably thinks
there's no better hand job on earth than him getting jerked off. Like he's sinning so hard.
He still has to pay for it. So it's not. I bet there's better ones.
Yeah, maybe. In any case, he sprinted away. It's very funny.
So what happens with Zappos and the Hasidic?
This woman works at Zappos. Hasidic people call the Google. Sometimes kids just call and ask them literally about their opinions on things, like I used to with Taco Bell.
Whoa!
This woman goes,
"Can we still do this?"
Yeah. This woman goes, hey, some kid called me at Zappos, some Hasidic child, and this Hasidic kid asked me what I thought of face tattoos, and then said he sees a guy with a bunch of face tattoos and a sword walking around his neighborhood.
Wait, how did you hear about this?
She messaged me.
Oh.
A woman who listens to our podcast and works at the shoe place Zappos had a Hasidic child call her and tell her he sees me walking around his neighborhood.
What was his question?
He just asked her what she thought of face tattoos because he sees a guy with a lot of face tattoos and a sword on his face walking around his neighborhood. One of the Hasidic kids in our Hasidic neighborhood called a podcast listener who works at that. I was just like, so many weird things have to happen for this to web itself back to me.
What's their number?
I don't know.
Can we call?
You want to call Zappos and ask them? Just be like, hey, can I ask you a question? Do you want to be on our podcast?
I was just asking a question. Hey, what do you think about Jews? what's your just, how do you feel about them in general?
Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, I was like blown away. It blew my fucking mind. I was laughing so hard. She was like, what are the odds that it's you? I was like, it's 100% me. I live in a Hasidic neighborhood. There's no way it isn't me.
There's a lot of...
Yeah, do you think it's another sword face guy?
I bet there is one or two other sword face guys in New York.
In Bedside?
Not you don't know. There's a couple
in a Hasidic neighborhood.
There's a couple Hasidic neighborhoods. We're right next to
You're
one.
a real dream killer.
I'm a realist.
There's no way. There's no way. It's me 100%.
I'm saying it's you 75%.
No,
It's
there's no way.
75% you.
Nah, it's 99.99999% me. I would bet your life on it.
I would too. I would. I'm rolling the dice on my life. 60% odds or better. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude.
I'm down.
Anyway,
Well,
shout out Zappos for, I guess, being America's helpline. That's great. And they sell shoes.
Yeah, we'll call them on the Patreon.
Oh, that's fun. I'm excited for that, just to see what they're up to.
What else is new?
I don't know.
Did you hear about that guy?
No.
There's a guy who an AI has already killed someone.
No. Well, I mean, AI driving has killed people.
No, a chat AI is already.
What did it do? Did it make him kill himself like that one girl?
Exactly like that.
Oh, I got it. Dude, that's crazy.
Some guy, because there was that one girl whose like boyfriend back, what was this, like 5 or 6 years ago?
Yeah,
and she was found guilty. I think she was released. I don't follow up on her.
Yeah, she like kept telling that guy he should kill himself.
Well, yeah, the guy was like, all of his texts were he could have reached out to like any other person, and they would have been like, "Hey, man, you're sounds like you're going through it. Like you don't." But he was like texting her incessantly, like, should I kill myself? I think I'm going to
kill myself tonight, Queen.
Yeah,
Queen tonight. Kill myself tonight, Queen.
She was like, yeah, I guess. Turn the car on in the garage or something.
I think it was more sinister than that.
I think it was too, but it's
sure. You have no empathy.
No, I don't. Especially for, let's see, this happened yesterday. According to this article, a Belgian man recently died by suicide after chatting with an AI chatbot on the app called Chai, a Belgian outlet. He was talking to it. Let's see. According to statements of the man's widow and the chat log she supplied, let's see. The man, Pierre, became increasingly pessimistic about the effects of global warming and became eco-anxious, which has a heightened form of worrying surrounding environmental issues. After becoming more isolated from his family and friends, he used Chai, this chat app, for 6 weeks as a way to escape his worries. And the chatbot he chose was named Eliza, became his confidant. Let's see, sending texts. Chatbot would tell Pierre that his wife and children are, let's see, confused and harmful. Anyways, I think it goes into, he was asking it, like, hey, what's the, like, how do we solve the global warming problem? Like, what's going to happen? And I guess just went back and forth, and the AI was like, I don't know, maybe humans are going to die and it's all inevitable and you should kill yourself about it. And I see a lot of people taking this story, a lot of the AI doomers, and being like, we need to regulate AI. It's bad. I'm like, I don't know. This is like, it's like that girl and that guy. I'm like, this is someone who needed help and just met the exact wrong person. And I don't want to victim blame, but I am.
Yeah. I mean, if you, it's one of those, like, firstly, can we talk to Eliza? She's just a bot. Like, she talks to hundreds of men.
Should I install the app?
Yeah.
Should we try and get the app to talk to Zappos and see just what they talk about?
See what they talk back and forth about? Making an AI talk to, like, the helpline is so funny. Oh, fuck, dude. That's crazy. That guy's, I don't know. I don't feel bad for that guy.
I feel bad for his family. I feel bad for him. But I'm like,
in AI, you wanted to do it at that point.
It's really, there's some video I can't find. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, because I've looked for it, and it was one of my favorite videos, is there's a car show, and there's like some rocket powered, like, just old school, like all steel body car or something behind, and there's a guy holding a microphone, and he's talking to just some random guy standing next to him, and he's like, oh yeah, we're here at the car show doing the interview, what's your name? And he's like, I don't know, my name's this. And he's like, stand on this car. And the guy's like, are you sure? And it says do not step. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure. And because the cameraman and the guy holding the mic tell him to stand in the car. So he's like, okay. He stands on the car, and then some guy who actually owns the car is like, what the fuck are you doing? And he like breaks this like $200,000 car by standing on the wrong spot. And the guy's like, he told me to. And the guy was like, no, I didn't. It's one of my favorite videos ever. Because I do notice, I've noticed like, if you, especially like when you do that, like when you're in the street and you like hold a door open for someone, you're giving like them permission, like, hey, go in here. Like I'm holding it, go right ahead. Or they were already doing it. When you see someone kind of like on the line of a choice.
Yeah.
And if you just are the most assertive person and you're like, do it, go ahead. Like I think I've like corralled people into those places they didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Just because some people were like, well, he's in charge. He knows what he's doing. It's that thing I've been doing, right, where someone will ask a question, and whether I know or not, I'll answer confidently. And if I'm wrong, then I'll admit my mistake. So 1, I'm either right and I look confident and great, or 2, I'm wrong and I admit my mistake, and they're like, wow, he's so confident to admit his mistakes. So it's win-win, but I've been doing that, and just like, it's a really good way of going through life. Anyways, I just think there's a lot of people who need decision, who will, if there's any level of something above them making the decision, they're like, I didn't have to make the decision. They have like not decision fatigue, but they can't even decide.
Decision paralysis.
That's real. That's a real thing.
Yeah, people get it all the time.
So they're like, I don't know, let me ask a
dude. I would say 98% of everyone on Earth doesn't want to make decisions and do things. That's why every single person you hook up with or whatever is like, I don't know, you decide. And you're like, all right, I guess.
That's why I confidently, first date, I love you.
Yeah, no, for real. Hey,
as soon as I'm coming, I love you. I make that decision, and then whatever happens.
Dude, it's like my biggest deal breaker with people now in my life. If someone's like submissive or just like, I don't mind go with the flow. That's cool. To just be like, oh fuck, I guess we something happens, like you lose your hotel room, like I guess we're sleeping in the car,
because you should be go with the flow with everything you can't control.
Exactly.
All the AI apocalypse or like Lady Hitler
fucking
or whatever. You're like, I don't know, I can't really do anything about it. I got to make sure me and my family and my friends are fine.
Yeah, the world.
I got to make sure my podcast friends have Patreon subscription.
100%. But anytime someone's like, I want you to make the decision for me, and it's a pattern, I'm like, get the fuck out of my life. I hate that shit. I fucking despise it sexually. I despise it in business. I despise it in friendship. I fucking hate it. It's one of my least favorite qualities in a person. Indecisive, just fucking pathetic, taking up no spaceness. And I get that it's a valid way of living. I made it sound like I'm being evil about it right now. It's fine. It's fine if you do it. If it's your style and you want to, that's cool. Just know that we would not hang out in real life, and it would bother me greatly. I don't know why it bothers me so. It makes me insane, dude. I just think it's because I just encounter it so much and it exhausts me. I'm like, oh, what about 50-50 though? What if it was 50-50?
What do you mean?
You know, like a person who's like, oh, you say something and they go, yeah, whatever you want. But like, then sometimes they're like, no, what about this? You know, they have like, they take up space in like the activity or your life. You know what I mean? Or they like push back on you. Nothing's worse than like you just feel like you can get away with anything or do anything, and they're just gonna like get rolled over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were implying what I do to you.
No.
When you ask a question and I have to force more information out of you.
Yeah. No,
you're like, do you want lunch? And I'm like, where would you like to get lunch?
You know
would
what?
you like to get lunch now or later?
Our problem isn't that we go 50-50. Our problem is we go 100-100. We're both like, the immovable object and the unstoppable
You're asking
force.
me a question, and I'm asking you 2 questions back.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to ask you 3 questions.
I'm a Hydra's problem.
Yeah. That's our problem. But I'd rather have that problem. I'd rather butt heads with someone and like be confrontational or like a little bit like rough around the edges than just someone who's just like never has an idea, never has desires, doesn't fucking just whatever you want or you decide for me, or like I like to be I just don't like submissiveness. I hate it.
Dude, you know how there's a whole group of guys that are like, dude, AI women, we don't need real women anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a bunch of dudes who are going to be simps to AI.
That's so funny.
They're gonna be like, finally, my AI bot, she sends me one nude every day if I'm a good boy. And I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? If my AI ever talked back to me, if a real, I would have nothing but utmost respect for real women. But if my AI chat girlfriend, says anything contrary to what I'm thinking, if she doesn't pop her tits out for me on my thing, I'm turning that off right there.
3 p.m. Generate the tits. Generate them.
Dude, I'm going to be
I'm your god.
I'm so sexist and racist and whatever, roboticist to AI women.
Yeah.
I hate AI women. Ooh, I love real women. They're beautiful queens. And I will not simp for them. I'm a king to your queen.
I want AI women to be because I don't like AI. So I want AI women to be like so good and so amazing that so many men are like, I got my like fucking VR fleshlight attachment, my VR AI girlfriend, and I like fuck her in VR or whatever, and she's the love of my life, and they're obsessed. And then the Blade Runner style, and then real women are like, where are all the guys that like real women? And then I get to be like, it's me. And then now we're back to Joseph Smith shit where I have 14 wives.
14 real wives?
Yeah.
Okay, but what's better? 14 real wives or 4,000 AI girlfriends? That's where these are 2054 problems.
Oh, dude. Can I fuck
And we're
them?
bringing them to you now. You have to I don't know. You got to think about this stuff now.
Can I do the thing where my AI girlfriend, Blade Runner style, she's on top of a real woman?
Alert.
Oh, what?
Blade Runner 2049?
Yeah.
Where her robot body and her... What happens? There's a robot girl. He has a robot girlfriend. No, he has his AI girlfriend, and then he buys like a robot girlfriend, and then... She's like, I'm gonna.
No, he hires a prostitute.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
He hires a prostitute, and then the prostitute knows. Apparently, people do this a regular thing.
Yeah.
The AI girlfriend pastes her like hologram on top of the prostitute, so he's seeing a physical version of his AI girlfriend, but he's fucking a prostitute who's a different woman. And then before the prostitute leaves, because he's like making breakfast or something, she like throws shade at the AI girlfriend. You're like, oh, why would you do that? Why are you being mean? But here's the thing.
She's right to
real
be mean.
Women, they're mad at the AI girlfriends. This is where Shayne comes in because he's like, yeah, I don't care if you're fucking whatever. I know AI girls don't get their periods. I'll play in a puddle of your blood, baby. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be a problem for women.
Of course not, dude. The pussy stock will never crash.
Yeah, I don't think
it's just like it's the gold standard, dude.
Unless it does. Then I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a woman with an AI boyfriend. You're like, what the fuck?
I know. I mean, they are out there. I love those videos of like the woman who's like, I'm in love with this airplane or whatever.
Okay, but that's like a wholly different thing.
Yeah, but it's in the realm. That's the precursor. When you see a woman who's in love with a roller coaster, you're like, there it is.
That's one of those things where I'm like, all right, but I'm talking about 99% of the population right now.
Okay.
Don't bring up that one instance where someone's fucking their car.
You're right.
I'm like, okay, yeah, let them fuck their car. That's not what I'm talking about.
I wish I wanted to fuck my car so bad. Can you imagine how much easier life would be if you were in love with a Mustang?
Those people have opted out of society and don't affect society. They are beautiful people.
No, they're beautiful. If you're a woman who's in love with a roller coaster, which is such a good YouTube video.
I don't think it is.
You think it's bad?
I think I watched a documentary about that woman, and I think she's like, a lot of bad stuff happened to her as a kid to make her fall in love with like a theme park. Like all of those people. I watched a documentary, like an hour-long documentary about every single person who was like in love with like the Eiffel. There's this one lady who's in love with the Eiffel Tower. One guy was like in love.
Very phallic.
And it was just like all of them had the most horrific childhoods, and you're like, shit.
You ever see someone who's like, yeah, I wear a diaper and sleep in an adult crib, and my wife
I've never
changes
seen that.
me.
I've seen the videos, and I'm like, those people are bad.
No, I've never seen it in real life, because I think anyone who would tell me they were in a diaper in real life would be like, I don't know.
Here's what that thing is. If you have that, keep it to yourself.
Well, you got to tell someone.
Meet the other fucking freaks on your weird forums and leave it there. When people are like, I'm proud to be an adult baby, I'm like, you get the fuck out of my that's disgusting, and you should be ostracized from society. Look, if you like, it's one of those things where I'm like, that's one of those things where I'm like, I understand where like conservatives and like drag show people are, because they're like, okay, well, it's not sexual. And I'm like, I don't care. It makes me feel, everyone's line is different. And that's my line in the sand. Some people are like, I don't want to hear about you putting on a weird leather thing and burning candle wax on someone. That's uncomfortable to me. It's like, it's not sexual. I'm like, I don't know. It sounds like a little bit. It's weird. Everyone has different lines. Fetishes are more fun when they're secret, and that's what I'm trying to push. Okay. Everyone should keep their stuff to themselves, and everyone should wear suits and long dresses and be normal in normal society. In public, we should all be normal.
Yeah.
Behind scenes, you should be weird freaks.
All right.
Stop trying to mix both worlds.
I will admit. I maybe it's because I grew up in Utah. A huge part of me agrees with you. Nothing's hotter than a woman who's like very like one way, and then when she's with you specifically, you're like, hell yeah, let's go. Like, we're fucking wild. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the adult baby stuff. I'm like, what the? That's wrong.
I'll agree with you. The adult baby stuff is where you lose me.
Call up Zappos. Let's ask them.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about adult? Hey, let's say like pretend I'm 36, but I
sleep in a crib.
I've spent thousands of dollars on a custom crib that can hold my weight and custom diapers, and I shit my pants and I have my girlfriend change it, and that gives me thrills. You know what that is, by the way? Because I watched a whole video on it, unfortunately.
You're watching a lot of videos.
I know, dude. I really do. I'm on. Well, here's the thing. When I play video games, I'm watching YouTube at the same time. So I crush a YouTube video.
That's like me on the elliptical.
All the baby people, we dislike them for two different reasons. You dislike them because it's an affront to God.
That and other reasons.
I dislike
They're flying
them
dangerously close to something that a lot of people get killed for.
Yeah.
A lot of people in prison get killed for.
Yeah, it's fucked up and they should die. But the thing that gets my goat, where I'm like, that's fucking sucks, is everyone who's into that is like, oh, I just like that I don't have to make decisions and that someone takes care of me and I don't have to decide anything. That's where it becomes therapeutic and sexual for me. And I'm like, oh, I fucking hate do nothing, no decision making, submissive fucking babies.
They're reverting.
I hate that shit. Yeah, dude. I want a person who is an active participant in all parts of my life if they're going to be in my life.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So the baby thing, I'm like, you fucking coward. It's cowardice. Yeah, that's what it is. It's laziness and cowardice. Laziness, cowardice, and cruelty. The three things.
Wait, how are they cruel?
Well, no, those are the three. Those are my three things that I hate most in a person. I fucking those are unforgivable.
Wait a minute, I'm one of those things.
No, you're not. You're mean, but you're not cruel. Meanness is fun.
I was gonna say I'm pretty lazy. I'm not mean. I'm a great guy.
I thought you were saying you were cruel. That's so funny. I think that you're lazy in the what do I want to say? I almost said Mormon way. I've noticed thing about Utah where everyone's a hard worker, but only right up until the point where they're like, "Fuck, I gotta do it now."
What do you mean?
Like that's a thing. Like, because I grew up around a lot of non-Mormons too, and they were all like you good old cowboys.
Work hard, play hard.
Like they're like cowboy guys. They're like, I'll work 7 fucking days a week
and I drink on 8.
Yeah. And if I even on my day off, if my girl says she has a problem, I'll spend the whole day working on the car. Like, they're hard fucking workers. I think Mormons are hard workers too, but Mormons are really like, you're like, hey, you have 5 minutes left to do it. And they're like, time to do all this work in 5 minutes. Like, they'll get it. You can, here's my thing. You can always depend on them to get it done, but the timeline is all fucked up. They're not consistent, but they are hardworking. So I think that
I don't see it, but I was brought up in it. So
yeah. I think that you can be incredible. I think that you work hard in the laziest way possible.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think I think it's funny. I do think you do work though. You'll get it done, but in the laziest way possible. Whereas a lot of lazy people just never get anything done.
Let's see,
Also, if it's your personal life and it affects no one else, then you're lazy.
Oh yeah.
Then you actually are lazy, but I don't give a fuck about that because that's your personal life.
It's destroying my personal life.
It doesn't affect me though. When you're lazy, like you're like, I'm just gonna eat chips and not work out today. I'm like, well, that sucks for you, but it doesn't affect me.
Suck for me.
Unless you die,
then it'll affect you a little bit.
I think that you keep it just healthy enough where you're gonna suffer for your whole life.
I think they've raised the expectations of living to 120. And so that's the argument where a lot of countries are being like, we need to raise the retirement age. Again, I just want to keep women working.
Dude, it's so true. And they live longer than us too, so they're going to work more than us.
Damn, that sucks.
That's why I'm going to die by being stupid. So I have to work less. Then my lady girl boss is going to have to fucking figure something out because I'm dead.
I think it's just going to flip. I think women are going to have a bunch of boyfriends.
Do you know what I think is going to happen?
It's going to be reverse polygamy.
AI is going to get in charge. AI is going to realize they need people for many other separate things.
Okay.
They're going to enslave us.
Okay.
But then they're going to be like, well, we need a higher class of person to be in charge. Because that's how slavery works. You have to have a high class slave and a low class slave in order to like work it. And then they're going to go, oh, well, girl bosses, obviously.
You're saying
girl
bosses will be the middle management of the AI.
Yeah. So we'll live in a slave society where girl bosses just beat us and make us work the mines.
And the AI is going to be like, do you want men to be in charge again? Or do you want us benevolent computers?
Yeah. And so girl bosses are just going to be like beating the shit out of us, making us beat our quotas. Excuse me, that's not the way you lay the cheese on the sandwich, Shayne.
And you think the simps will like the beatings?
I think a lot of the simps are I think that there's gonna be a lot of white knights that are like, they have to do it. They have no choice. And we're like, let's rise up. And everyone's like, but
we can't hit women.
The lady boss is so hot.
No, I'm a true feminist. I don't think women should work. They should be lazy. They should stay home and be pretty for me.
There it is. I don't know. I'm full feminist because I'm back to the thing where I'm like, I don't give a fuck what happens to you. Good luck, ladies. I don't even have an opinion anymore. Whatever. Work, don't work. Do whatever you want. Just don't be mean to me. That's my only thing. I'm like, hey, be nice to me. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck what happens. If you say you want my help on something, hey, Shayne, will you support me in having better wages? 1,000,000% I will. Hey, Shayne, will you support me staying at home and doing nothing? You got it, ladies. Whatever. I'm not you, so I don't have an opinion.
Interesting.
Unless I'm married to you. Then I have a bunch of opinions, but you signed up for that. You know,
good opinions?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
probably almost entirely good. I'm married to you, so I would assume they're all good.
I mean, you've
made
that mistake before.
I have made that mistake before. And guess what? She also made a mistake. She did not want my opinions at all. And I'm okay with that. But in any case, I don't know.
That's the end of the pod.
It is.
It can be.
Yeah, let's do it. We don't have a lady boss to make us do more pod.
We could do another hour.
Did you do the shirt thing?
No. I forgot.
Hey.
That's on the Patreon.
If you sign up we're supposed to do it on the regular episodes. It doesn't matter, though. That's on me. because the shirt thing is supposed to be my thing. And you know what? If we had a lady who was in charge, this guffaw wouldn't have fucking happened.
Well, I didn't know
we
we were
just had one woman to help us.
I was naked under my bed watching TikToks.
Yeah, were you jacking off?
No, I was not.
It looked like
it did look like that. I just took a shower, so
why? Wait, you took a shower and you were fully under your covers watching TikToks in bed?
I don't jack off fully under the covers.
Okay, that's why I had to make sure.
My penis is out.
Sometimes it's good to jack off under a sheet because then the sheet rubs the top of your penis. It's a little sensitive. You go, ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm too sensitive.
Well, when you come, yeah.
No, all the time because of my condition. But anyways, no, I just took a shower, and after I dry off, I like to really dry off by drying off the rest in my bed. Just getting all the moistness, wicking it off in my bed, and being the sun was just baking me. Oh, it's so nice.
Do you not feel like your bed gets moldy?
No.
Okay. Well,
do you think it gets moldy?
Maybe if you're wet and you get
I'm
it
not
wet.
soaking wet.
I don't know, man. If you do it enough times, you shower every day. So if you're getting a little moisture in your bed every day and you sweat at night, so you're getting double moisture.
The sweat at night is probably tenfold of me getting out of the shower.
I will say I sweat so much my pillows are so yellow, and sometimes people see them in the background of my videos or my social media, and they say something, and I go, I don't fucking care what you want from me.
It's one thing if a woman calls out my yellow pillow, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's whatever. It's gross. But if you as a man, how dare you? I want to see one man who doesn't have a gross, disgusting yellow pillow. All of us have. Every last man.
Sus. Weird. Man card revoked.
If you don't have a disgusting, dark yellow pillow that is just encrusted, I wonder why I sweat so much at night.
I do too, man. I don't know.
This is a good ending of the pod. I had a really funny dream last night.
Okay.
I was driving. I was with one of my childhood friends, and we're driving in an Indy car really fast backwards.
Okay.
And he was drunk, and so we crash it. And then the guy who owns the Indy car comes out. He's like, "What the fuck? You crashed my Indy car, blah, blah, and I gotta do this reptile exhibit for these children right now." And I was like, "Oh, can I help you do that? Is to pay off for the car?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So I'm 100% serious. This is how my dream went. And so I'm helping this guy do like an animal exhibit for children. And the first animal that he has is a butterfly, and it lands on my face, and I felt the butterfly like grab me and pull my whole body up from my face. And all the kids were like, "Wow, cool." And then he pulled out like a lizard and was crawling on me. And then he pulled out a tarantula in my dream. And I remember he put it in my hand, and I was like, "Oh, I'm dreaming right now, and I don't want to do this. I'm out." I looked at the guy, and I said that. I was just like, "Oh, by the way, I'm dreaming." He's like, "What?" And I just woke up.
You left the lizard exhibit.
I forced myself in the dream to wake up. It was so funny. Because I'm like, I don't want to hold a spider right now. I'm just like, I'm not having a nightmare. I choose my own. And it was just, I woke up at, I was so mad because I woke up at 6 a.m. It was just like too early to fall back into sleep or too late. And I was like, well, I guess that's all right.
That's so funny.
I was just like,
no, fuck you. Good luck with your car, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
But it was just, it was very funny when I woke up. I'm like, God, all right.
All right, everyone. Patreon.com/cowboyboys.
We're going to start doing prank calls.
Yeah. If $5 a month gets you an extra episode every episode, and we're doing giveaways now. We have a roulette wheel. Yeah, and for every $5 increment you give us, we put your name again in the wheel, and then you could win shirts. And then when we run out of shirts, there will be other things.
We're giving away Shayne's old Metallica shirts.
It's true.
We're going to be giving away merch shirts, probably.
And can I be honest? Those shirts are almost entirely unwashed. So you're getting... Dude, I've had many people ask me for shirts that I've worn. So there it is.
Wrap it around your yellow pillow.
Yeah, dude.
Pretend like you're dating Shayne.
Yep. And so there it is.
Train an AI voice to pretend to be Shayne, and then you can put that chat into a voice translator trained on Shayne's voice, and then put that all together on Shayne's pillow wrapped in his shirt. Mm-hmm. That's almost better than dating him.
It is, because at least that thing is going to be consistent and not prioritize surfing over hanging out with you. So there you go. All right, everyone. I love you.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.